It's now time for the morning show on XL7-TV.
Good morning on this finally summer day, right?
Finally, yeah, the temperatures will tell you that.
Yeah, it's getting hot outside. Welcome to the morning show
My
on
God,
XL7
I got to say
TV.
this, since you brought it up, I'm just going to interrupt you. The difference in temperatures between Saturday, being outside Saturday, and Sunday.
No doubt.
Unreal.
He calls me, and I'm mowing like a not too smart
Like a
person.
crazy man.
Yes, a crazy man. I'm mowing. He goes, "Do you realize how hot it is?"
Like, why didn't you do this yesterday when it wasn't this hot? You're like, I was working.
I had to show them RVs.
I get it.
I had to get in and out. Imagine getting in and out of an RV today trying to show somebody. So if you're coming by to take a look, let's just sit in the office and do it on the computer. Welcome to the morning show.
How are things over there at Ideal RV?
They're doing pretty ideal.
I keep saying that because
Great Escapes.
Yeah, Great Escapes. Are they even in business? I don't think they're in business anymore, are they?
Ideal?
Yeah.
On 5, right?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
I think so.
Oh, they may be. I'm sorry.
That's all right.
Great Escapes.
Great Escapes.
You guys has got a huge platform over there. When you drive down, and it was amazing when they moved in, and this has been a while back, but to start seeing all these motorhomes, campers,
right,
everything, and fill up a whole huge area when you're driving by. It's impressive to see.
Over 300 of them.
Yeah.
There's over 300 of them there.
I've never seen one that large.
Right.
A lot that large.
And then there's a Great Escapes outside of Springfield and outside of St. Louis. But in December, RV Retailer bought them out, and they say it's over 100 stores now in 29 states. And so what the nice thing about that is if you buy from us, because that's a part of our network, and you're in any one of those states and you have a problem, you just roll right up in there like you bought it there.
Really?
Yep. So you're a part of their network. Oh yeah. Well, any dealer that handles, like if you buy a Grand Design from us and they have a Grand Design for warranty work, it doesn't matter if it is a part of our network. You can take it there. That's a part of selling that unit, you know. But just know that you're a part of the RV retailer network, and so it makes it a little bit different.
For those that are looking at getting an RV, how important that is, because you're buying that RV to travel.
Yes.
It's not like going out and buying a car where you're going to Walmart and going to the gas station. You're going to travel.
Yeah.
And, it's kind of nice to know when you're on the road traveling somewhere that you're taken care of if something happens. There's probably somebody nearby that you can go to and say, hey, I need to get this fixed. I need to blah, 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 get back on the road. That's cool.
Yep. And with that, we'll go to the morning prayer brought to you by Roller Funeral Home. With all our respect, they have 29 in the state of Arkansas and 1 in Memphis, Tennessee. We appreciate the job they do for us in our time of need when we lose a loved one. And with that, we'll pause for the morning prayer. And dear Lord, I'm asking you to watch over everybody that's homeless. It's incredibly hot outside, and I know I know you can't bring in a cold front and help them out, but maybe a place to go, some AC for the day. We have a lot of people that do help out with that, and just know that they're needed and wanted, and we appreciate them and watch over them, and we appreciate you just helping them out. And this I pray, amen.
Amen.
Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect. If you need pre-needs, you can give them a call. They're up on 5 North, and swing by, talk to them about it. It's always good to have a plan in place because it's a very tough time. It's a very sad time, so give them a holler. Roller Funeral Home, with all our respect. And with that, we'll take a short break and hear from Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z-Team.
Hi, it's Bob Zadora of the Z-Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm. Be smart. The business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call. 870-405-0793. And check out our website, retiredtoarkansas.net.
That was Bob and Linda Zadora of the Z Team, and they bring you the morning weather, but they also bring you a look of the White River. You can find that at retiredtoarkansas.net, and look at that beautiful shot of Cotter, Arkansas. We got a little fog down there on the water.
Looks like we got a boat on the left-hand side.
Oh, yeah, and they need to be real careful because look how high that water is up. They have the gates open for sure. You've got a beautiful shot of the White River that overlooks Cotter. They're in Marion County looking into Baxter County. Way off in the distance in the center part is Missouri. To the right is Mountain Home. To the left is Bull Shoals. And the beautiful Rainbow Bridge down there on the water. Just an incredible shot, and that's why we bring it to you every day.
This is just a beautiful morning for a shot like that.
Yes, it is.
It is awesome. You're right. The water's up. It's coming up. I don't know how many fish they're catching down there, but
right.
We're going to switch over to the other shot too and kind of get an idea.
Look at that.
There's another boat running up river.
They're just on it to be on it.
There you go.
Which
is fine.
Yeah, nothing wrong with that. Just
being on the water or the river, the lakes, whatever. Today's probably a good day for that.
Right. Look how super green it is.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. Brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. If you're looking to buy or sell your home, give them a call, 870-405-0793. Go to retiredtoarkansas.net where you can find this shot of the White River and the zoom-in ones that, I mean, they go in miles. Scooter did a good job. Good job, Scooter.
Good job. I wasn't by myself. I got to give Gil a little bit of credit.
Okay, Gil. And we'll give Gil a little bit of credit.
A little bit.
Good job, Gil. It just catches my eye each time that I kind of go a little silent and just look at it. Just look at it. Anyway, give Bob and Linda Zadora a call if you're looking to buy or sell your home. They are award-winning for their commitment to excellence. They're realtors you'd recommend to a friend. I recommend them. And so with that, they bring you the weather. Let's take a look at what we have going on in Arkansas. In Mountain Home, Arkansas at 76, Harrison at 76, Batesville 81 already, Yaleville 75, Marshall 73, Salem 76, Mountain View 73, Calico Rock 76, West Plains, Missouri at 76, Springfield at 76, Poplar Bluff at 79, and St. Louis at 80.
Temperatures don't sound bad right now,
No.
but wait.
Just give me about 3 minutes. We're getting there. All right, for our national radar, we've got some shower activity across the north, it looks like, up into Minnesota and Iowa. Of course, Washington, Seattle area, Idaho, they have some shower activities. Maybe even a little bit. Is that blue? I see blue. Even over Wyoming, a little bit of Utah.
They can have it up there.
Yeah, let's just zoom into old Mountain Home, Arkansas here. It looks clear for the day. Up in Kansas City and St. Louis has some activity. Not really a lot going on, so I think we're going to be all right for precipitation today. But we will not for this heat advisory. And it is all over the central part of America. Look at that. And we zoom in here to Arkansas, and we've got a heat advisory and excessive heat warning. We drop this window down. Heat advisory remains in effect from 11 a.m. this morning to 8 p.m. this evening. Dangerously hot conditions with maximum heat index values of 100 to 110 degrees in much of western and central Arkansas. Like I said, that's from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. today. Hot temperatures and high humidity may cause heat illness to occur. So drink plenty of fluid, stay in air-conditioned rooms, stay out of the sun, and check up on relatives and neighbors. Young children and pets should never be left unattended in vehicles under any circumstances. And if I walk by a vehicle and see that, your window's getting broken. Take extra precautions if you work or spend time outside, and my buddy Shane does. So, buddy, hydrate and have them wet towels, cold wet towels you can put in your cooler. You know, have those with you. And just be very cautious. Like I said, I work at the RV place. I'm not working on the RVs, but they want to go tour them. You go up inside of one of those.
It's like a sauna in there.
It's a sauna in there, so we need to be safe if we're going to be looking at those. National weather. All right, let's go. So 7-day forecast. Heat advisory today. Hot, hot, hot. High of 99, but gonna feel like Hades. So be very safe. Tonight, clear, low of 74. Tuesday, sunny, high of 95. Tuesday night, mostly clear, low of 72. Wednesday, sunny, high of 94. Wednesday night, mostly clear, low of 71. Thursday, sunny, high of 95. Thursday night, mostly clear, low of 71. And Friday, sunny, high of 92. It's going to be...
all week.
It's going to be summer. It's here.
All week, it's here.
Pollen count. Today is low. Tomorrow there will be some. I'll let you know tomorrow. And Wednesday, same.
It says none, but that's never the case. It's said that forever.
We know it'll change. Grass pollen is very high today, very high tomorrow, very high Wednesday. And I believe it because yesterday I mowed and this morning it got a hold of me. Norfolk Lake water level is at 572.45, 20 feet above full pull. And as of 7 a.m., they'll be generating 2. So they're starting to open the gates. Like Arkansas Game and Fish said, by the 15th, they're going to be opening them up. So Bull Shoals Lake water level is at 687.37. Level is about 29 feet above full pull. And as of 24 hours ago yesterday, 8 units.
8 units running.
That's why that White River looks so full. So be very cautious if you're going to be on the water. And with that is a look at your weather and dam reports brought to you by the Z Team, Bob and Linda Zadora. They're also licensed in Missouri, so if you're looking to buy or sell a home in north central Arkansas or southern Missouri, give them a call. 870-405-0793. Go to retiredarkansas.net. You can find all their listings and the MLS listings. So if you see something that's not one of theirs, you can still give them a call because they can help you. Now we'll take a short break and we'll come back with some community news.
It's a matter of taste, and at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home, delicious taste is all you will find. Enjoy signature crafted pizzas and appetizers, as well as oven-baked sandwiches, quesadillas, salads, pastas, and desserts. When it comes time to relax or meet up with friends, Brick Oven Pizza has you covered. Handmade cocktails and ice-cold beer are always available at their fully stocked bar. No time to dine in? No problem. Call in your order and use Brick Oven's convenient drive-thru window for all your to-go orders. It's a matter of taste at Brick Oven Pizza Company in Mountain Home.
Have you ever noticed every time you wash your car, you end up wetter than the actual car? Next time, run down to Car Care and let the friendly staff put a smile on your face. Car Care of Mountain Home has a variety of services to clean your vehicle's needs, inside and out. From a simple wash and shine to their outstanding detailed services. Located 1525 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. Stop by Car Care Mountain Home today, because driving a clean car always makes you feel good.
Welcome back to the morning show and a little bit of community news. Now, you know, we talked about this last week, and we're going to talk about it up to the point that it happens because it's a very worthy cause. Enter for your chance to win a lot of cool prizes. The Twin Lakes Retired Police Scholarship Fund is looking to give away first prize, 2-day houseboat, use courtesy of Bull Shoals Boat Dock. Second prize, 300 auto or boat detail by A Plus Auto and Marine. Third prize, America the Beautiful 5-ounce uncirculated silver coin. And this will be Thursday the 16th at the Old Harps from 9 to 4. You can buy a ticket for $5 or 5 tickets for $20, so you get one for free. Your generosity will benefit police family members with college scholarships. It's a 501c3 charity. So go by the Old Harps and get you a ticket because all of the money, all the proceeds is going to go to these scholarships, and you could win some really cool stuff. I mean, I would like to.
We need to go. We need to get out there. We need to support them. They did this the first run this year. They tried to do it. The weather was not cooperative. Of course, we had election and everything going on. So now things kind of cooled down. We need to get out there and support them. Support the kids.
Well, and he says cool down as far as stuff going on, but it will be warm that day.
It's okay.
You can be in and out quick.
It's at the Old Harps.
It's at the Old Harps.
So go inside, cool down.
Right.
You'll be fine.
With that, the Knights of Columbus have a Paul Young Paul Bunyan breakfast.
You're tongue-tied today.
I know, right? Saturday, June 25th, serving from 7:30 a.m. until 10:30 a.m. at St. Peter the Fisherman Catholic Church. They're at 249 Dryer Street in Mountain Home. They can all you care to eat: scrambled eggs, biscuits and gravy, pancakes, sausage link, coffee and juice, all brought to your table on china and silverware. We're not talking paper plates and plastic forks here. $7.50 for adults, $4 for children 12 and under. Takeout orders are available, so if you don't want to hang out, take it out. And that is community news. We're going to come back with Matt Shimmel of the Mountain Home Flyers Youth Wrestling with his daughter Vanessa. So, back after the break.
At Connor Family Funeral Home, our goal is to provide our friends and neighbors with caring, compassionate services at an affordable price. Connor Family is a full-service funeral home that offers a wide range of services to meet your family's needs and customs. We are the first on-site crematory in the area and provide many options to memorialize your loved ones and address all the details for a more personalized service. Where compassion and affordability meet, Connor Family Funeral Home in Mountain Home.
When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, it's our desire that you think about finding a way to live your life to the fullest while living with a serious illness. If you ever need help and support, we provide a team of healthcare professionals and volunteers that will support your physical, emotional, and spiritual aspects of life while doing the same for your family and caregivers in the comfort of your own home or wherever you call home. When you think about Hospice of the Ozarks, we hope that you grant us permission to walk on the journey with you. Your not-for-profit option since 1979.
When you're out of town, make sure your pet is with someone who will love them as much as you do. At 201 Pet Salon and Resort, your pet is cared for just as they would be at home. 201 Pet Salon and Resort is the only all-suite climate-controlled and air-filtered boarding facility in the area with private and spacious rooms to keep your pet relaxed. And with over 3/4 of an acre of fenced play area, your pet will receive the proper exercise they deserve. 201 also offers professional grooming services. Your best friend is in good hands at 201 Pet Salon and Resort in Mountain Home.
Are you looking for the best barbecue in 2 states?
Holy smokes!
Want the meatiest fall-off-the-bone ribs?
Holy smokes!
The most tender and delicious pulled pork?
Holy smokes!
The tastiest brisket in the Ozarks?
Holy smokes!
Holy Smokes Barbecue and Catering is the only place you need to go. Dine in, carry out, and the best food for your next catered event.
Holy smokes!
We're your mountain home for great barbecue cooking.
Holy smokes!
A higher calling for your taste buds.
Jim Brown Company keeps you cool when it's hot and warm when it's not. A trusted name in the mountain home community, Jim Brown Company provides timely heating and cooling installation and repairs. Our certified technicians incorporate new technology on every job to provide you with the most advanced services. At our metal fabrication shop, we handle projects big and small. We've created everything from commercial ducts to custom designs.
I'd recommend Jim Brown Company to my friends and neighbors. The reason being they have high-tech equipment. Their service techs are well qualified for the job that they do, and they also send me a report after all the work is done so I know exactly what my unit's doing.
By visiting our showroom, you can learn all about our heating and cooling products. We'll educate you on your options and help you decide on the right solution. For total comfort at your home or business, choose Jim Brown Company. Quality service with a family name since 1964.
Welcome back to the morning show on XL7-TV. Our guest is Coach Matt Shimmel of the Mountain Wrestling Club and his daughter Vanessa. Thank you for joining us on the show. If I could talk, I'm going to pass it over to you.
All right.
So,
yeah, I guess you want me to start by saying
tell
we
us,
are?
Yeah, tell us about.
Do?
I got tongue-tied, and now I'm just off in left field here. So tell us about your wrestling program and how you guys did this season. And
so Mountain Home Youth Wrestling Club, we're a 501c3 organization. It's free of charge to be on the team. We take kids from all over, not just Mountain Home. Mm-hmm. We've had kids wrestle for us from West Plains and Alton, Missouri. Salem, pretty much all of the surrounding area come down and wrestle with us. This past year, we went from about 25 to 30 kids to 60 kids. So we doubled in size.
Wow.
And so wrestling's really picking up in the community.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a testament to both how we have been as a program, but also what they've been able to do at the high school level.
Right.
We've had some really strong finishes at the high school level, and when you're winning, kids want to do it. And so we've seen a lot of numbers grow, and so we've been really happy to see that. But as far as who makes up our team, we have every skill level imaginable. We have kids who, it's their first time ever stepping foot on a mat, and we're going over the absolute basics of wrestling, the building blocks and the foundation, all the way up through, and we'll get to it in a second. But we had several kids win national championships this year.
Very nice.
And everything in between.
Yeah.
And so, it's great because this year we had a full range of coaches, and so we have different coaches assigned kind of to different skill levels. And so I have Brent Peterson working with a lot of my really, really new kids. I had Sean Ritchie and Chuck Smith working with our our higher skill level younger kids.
Yeah.
And then myself and Drake Sturgis have kind of worked with our older, more seasoned, kind of our elite kids. And that seems to have worked out really, really well. The kids kind of build a bond with each of the coaches, and we're able to kind of walk them through every step of the way and continue to develop them, whether it's their first time on the mat or they're competing for these state championships or national championships.
Right. That's great that you had enough people that you can divide them up like that.
It really is. And Scooter can attest to this. There's been a lot of years. There are a few years back where it was just him and I.
Right.
Yeah,
you were doing it all.
And when you got that many kids, only having a couple coaches, you really can't do it well.
Right. It's hard to focus on individual players.
Yeah, and so when we're able to break it up where each coach has 3 or 4 groups of wrestlers, that really is ideal because the wrestlers get more of that one-on-one attention. And so when they're drilling different techniques and stuff, if they're not doing it correctly, we can correct it so they're not sitting there drilling mistakes and making bad habits.
Right.
We finished since the last time I was on here, we wrestled at Adidas Nationals. I think I was on right before we headed up north.
Yes, it was right after state. I think you guys came on.
Yeah.
We were talking a little bit.
Yeah, because I talked about our state champions the last time I was on. As far as when we went up to Nationals, Adidas Nationals was held in Independence, Missouri.
Okay.
And this year it was the largest numbers they've ever had. I think they ended up saying, what was it, Scooter, about 1,500 kids?
Yeah, well, it's 15-something. I can't remember what the final number was, but it was over 1,500.
Yeah, there's a boatload of kids.
Yeah.
Right.
This is a huge tournament. It pulled wrestlers from 42 states this year.
How long did that go for with that many kids?
It's a really efficient tournament. They ran 16 mats, and so for our age group, it was a one-day tournament.
Oh, okay.
And the day before, they wrestle high school, and so all in all, it was a 2-day tournament between youth and high school.
Oh, they were efficient with that.
Yeah, and it's a really, really well-run tournament. Very efficient. We had a pretty good show out. Despite it being the highest level of competition that they've ever seen, we ended up with Kaylin Fraunfelter was a national champion, and then Emmeline Smith won the girls' national championships, and she took second in the open division, so wrestling against the boys. So she came home with a championship and a runner-up. Kaylin took first. Peyton Smith was also a runner-up. Dalen Lefevers, who's a first-year wrestler, ended up taking 5th in the state and getting All-American honors. And Mason Peterson took 8th and also got All-American honors. I had mentioned about Emmeline Smith winning the girls' division. We also had Belle Williams take 7th for All-American honors. So we had a really good show out when we were up there. I was really, really pleased with how the kids wrestled. When they walk out there, especially our younger wrestlers, it's really, really overwhelming because we're in a hockey arena. So I mean, it's filled.
And it's filled with people.
There's
and
tons
wrestlers
of people.
and
You got 1,500 wrestlers. You figure each one of them has their parents there, or family members and things like that. And so going out and wrestling in front of that crowd when you're used to wrestling in high school gyms, it can be overwhelming.
Right.
But the kids did really, really well. They adapted well and just went out and wrestled their best, and ended up with a bunch of All-Americans and a couple champions.
Now, when you talk about 1,500 wrestlers at the event, when you break it down into divisions, about how many in each division? 50, 75, something like that?
So each one of the brackets, the Adidas Nationals is broken up by grade level. So you're wrestling other kids, you're in your same grade, and then further it's broken down by weight class.
Okay.
And so each weight class probably had 16 kids. Roughly we'd say probably 16 kids. Some of the high end and low end don't get quite as many. It kind of looks like a bell curve, really.
Right.
So when you're in the middle weights, where you have more general kids, you have a lot more in those weight classes.
Yeah.
Probably about 16 to 20 kids in each bracket.
Right. So to get first place out of that's impressive.
It's impressive.
I mean, because you're going through quite a few people to get to that point.
Yeah, and kind of a side note about Kalen, since he won a championship. Kind of even more impressive is he finished his season undefeated. And not only undefeated, he pinned every wrestler.
That's awesome.
He had absolute domination all year long. It was awesome. He's got one more year in youth before he goes up to the high school, and I think he's going to, as long as he continues to put the work in, he's going to do a lot of really, really good things.
That's excellent.
We talk about how these youth sports are feeder programs for the school systems, and wrestling is a direct feeder program to our high school. We do not have, all we have is high school wrestling as far as school related. There's no junior high, no starting off in 7th grade. So our youth program, which is what Matt runs, he takes them all the way to where they're going to make that step to high school.
Right.
So they are a direct feeder program, and a lot of the same things that we coach on the high school level matches coaching at the youth level. So when we get them, it's easy for them to make that transition.
Yeah, they're prepared for it.
Exactly. And a lot of the 8th graders, on their off days where they don't have youth practice, we will let them start practicing with high school on off days, and kind of help them to make that transition so that it's not a scary step. I'm not jumping from a youth program to the high school program and I'm scared to make that step. They're already kind of used to working with us. They know what to expect, and it's just been a great relationship with both sides.
And I've seen a lot of growth in the kids that have been able to do both. My son was one this year who wrestled with the high school, and he ended up taking second in the state in the youth program in his last year, so he'll be moving up with Scooter next year. Mario ended up as a state champion. He was practicing with the high school. And so, that extra work and that transition not only helps him with that transition, but, it helps him build that skill set. And, because for what it's worth, a lot of these youth, they've never had a coach other than me. Because I'll take them from 5 years old up to 14 years old. And so by that point, wrestling for anybody else and developing an ear for somebody else's voice, that in itself is a skill set that they have to develop. And so that having the high school wrestling room open to some of those kids is really, really helped.
That way they can start to transition before they transition.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, they're listening because they're like, who's talking to me?
Yeah, and what was cool this year is we even had a couple high school dual meets where we were able to run exhibition matches with some of my youth wrestling, some of the high school kids, and kind of get the feel for what it feels like to wrestle in a dual meet at a high school match, because that's totally different too.
Right.
When you're used to wrestling in a gym that has 6 mats going and people yelling and screaming, that's a lot different than all eyes on me in the center of the gym with one other person.
Yeah. How did they do with the exhibition?
What did we do?
They did really well.
I think we ended up going 2-1, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they kind of showed them what they were worth there.
Well, and it was some of our higher level youth.
Sure.
We weren't going to send inexperienced kids out there. But it was a good show, and it was really good for their confidence, too.
Very nice.
My son was one of them, for example, and he won his match, and he came home. He's like, I didn't wrestle that well, but that was awesome.
Right? So had a good time, and that's what it's about.
Yeah.
With that,
Mario lost his match,
so
and then Christian won.
Mario's going to be all, thanks for that.
Thanks, Coach.
We're going to take a short break and come back with more Mountain Home Flyers Youth Wrestling. Coach Matt Shimmel and his daughter Vanessa. We'll be back in a sec.
Diatley Dental Care is a family-owned dental practice. Doctors Irvin and Christina Diatley grew up in the Twin Lakes area and are proud to serve the community. With modern treatment methods and state-of-the-art technology, they are dedicated to providing exemplary care to patients of all ages. Our compassionate team consistently receives training above and beyond the standard of care.
We're changing the way you see dentistry.
Come be a part of our dental family.
Overhead Door, a garage door company that has been with your family from the beginning, through all the ups and downs of life. From the small repairs to making your vision a reality. Overhead Door, your trusted garage door expert since 1921. Be sure you're getting the genuine, the original overhead door service.
Call Overhead Door Company of North Arkansas today in Mountain Home.
At Serendipity Bliss, we love turning your day into a once-in-a-lifetime memory by offering unique, beautiful, and specialized event and wedding rentals that can transform any atmosphere into something you will never forget. Whether it's your dream wedding, a golden anniversary, sweet 16 party, or a company event, we can make any event blissfully perfect. Serendipity Bliss carries unique specialty gifts and bridal jewelry and helps coordinate decor, table items, theme-related pieces, and more. Make your day blissfully perfect with Serendipity Bliss, located behind Car Care Mountain Home.
Scrap Daddy's Metals is a full-service scrap recycling center accepting your scrap metals for recycling, paying you top dollar for all of your recyclable metals. They even buy cars and catalytic converters. Give them a call today at 870-424-6120 or visit them at 2821 Highway 5 North in Mountain Home.
Welcome back to the morning show. Our guest is Coach Matt Shimmel and Vanessa, his daughter. And who are they with? We were saying this off camera. Mountain Home Flyers Youth Wrestling Club?
Mountain Home Flyers Youth Wrestling Club.
Very good. She said it without getting tongue-tied, unlike me. Heck, I think I even messed up tongue-tied. Okay. Anyways. So what are y'all doing in the off season?
Well, for the most part, we take a break throughout the summer.
Okay.
Especially with the youth level. We don't go year round. I've seen a lot of kids burn out because wrestling's a really demanding sport, and so give the kids a chance to let their bodies recover and get out, play football, play soccer, play baseball, whatever they want to do. Go fishing, go camping, things like that. Get out and just be a kid. But we do have opportunities throughout the summer to kind of keep their mat legs a little bit, is what we could like to call it, and just kind of stay involved. What was it? 2-week Memorial Day weekend. We hosted a clinic with Josh and Justin Portillo. They're a couple high-level kids from up in Iowa. Josh was a 2-time national finalist in Division II wrestling. And Justin was the first 5-time All-American of any division in wrestling. He benefited from the extra COVID year, and so he got his 5th year and ended up as a 5-time All-American. So
that's excellent.
They've come down now the last 2 years and stayed with us and run camps. And we had 28 kids, I think, show up for that one. So really good show out for a Memorial Day weekend. It was about 4 hours of wrestling each day, and it was a really good camp. Now we have a few heading down to Little Rock here in a couple weeks to attend a camp run by Pat Smith. He was the first 4-time NCAA national champion. He runs the Arkansas Wrestling Academy now down in Little Rock, and he also is the head coach of a youth club down there. His brother is the head coach at Oklahoma State. They're kind of like a wrestling royalty family.
Okay.
So,
they know what they're doing.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah.
John, his brother, is a 6-time world champion.
Oh, wow.
And so they're high level. So
Yeah.
whenever we get a chance to wrestle with Pat, we try to attend those.
I
So
can
we'll
see
be
why.
heading down there 2 weeks, I believe. And then, what is it, Scooter? The first week of August, we'll be doing the Perler camp.
Yep.
And that's another really high level. That one's probably going to be a lot more intensive camp. You know, the Perler guys,
That's going to be for you more your experienced wrestlers. It's not a newbie camp.
Right. Yeah, like the Portillo brothers was good for all skill levels. Like we broke things down and stuff like that. The Perler camp's going to be an intensive camp. You know, high level, high speed for a week straight.
Yeah.
But
that's good for them, though.
Yeah, no. For the ones that want to be there,
Right.
For the ones that want to be there, it'll be perfect.
Right.
For those who are just kind of dipping their toes in the water and seeing if they like wrestling,
It'll scare them off.
If they came to that, they probably wouldn't like it.
Right.
In all honesty. But what that'll do then for my youth club is that will kick things off, and I'll start having some off-season practices after that. When we do that, I usually start with just like every other Saturday morning for like 2 hours. Come in, and that's a really, really good time then for the brand new kids.
Yeah.
Numbers are a little smaller because most of the football players are still playing football. Soccer players are playing soccer. But for the kids that want to just kind of try it out, our numbers are smaller, so we can take more time and go one-on-one and just really focus on building that foundation so that when our actual season starts, we can build on that and then end up with high-level wrestlers by the end of the year.
Right. You say some of them play football during the season, and so they can't really do the wrestling. Does it conflict the schedules?
Our off-seasons.
The off-season, yeah.
Excuse me. Yes. So our season runs basically from October through April.
Okay.
But before that, usually starting at about August, I'll start some off-season stuff. Throughout the fall, and that's geared more toward the kids that aren't playing football or not playing soccer.
Yeah.
Just getting kids up from playing video games that aren't doing
That's a good
anything
thing.
else, and getting them out on a Saturday morning, and just getting their legs under them, getting used to getting back on the mat, and getting used to kind of banging heads again.
Yeah.
Because for what it's worth, outside of wrestling, we're teaching a skill set that until you've done it, most of these kids, bless you, are not used to the physical contact.
Right.
Because it's discouraged everywhere else. But we keep it very confined and very under close supervision.
Yeah.
And so
it's not fighting. They're not.
No.
Yeah. That's not
I
what
was
that's
joking.
not what
Very
wrestling's
controlled.
about. Yeah.
I
Very
always
controlled
joke and say I
environment,
run Kitty Fight Club, but no, it's very controlled, very structured. And like I said, we have a good number of coaches that are able to keep a watchful eye at all times, and we're teaching proper technique.
Right.
With proper technique, kids aren't getting hurt. Honestly, in football, you have the collision.
Right.
Football's a collision sport. Wrestling's a contact sport. So you're not going to have the broken bones as much.
Yeah,
and
concussions.
Concussions.
Yeah.
Concussions are incredibly rare. Head injuries, things like that. You do see some joint injuries, knees and shoulders and things like that.
Sure.
But
a lot of pressure points. That's not good at all.
Not when it happens.
I've seen somebody's knee get dislocated.
Oh.
The good thing about wrestling, and on both sides, youth level and at the high school level, is we don't conflict with football. Actually, football will end other than, like he said, we both start a preseason.
Yeah.
And it's mainly for the kids that aren't in another sport that need to get more conditioned, need to get back up to speed, need to get ready. If you're playing football, you're conditioned to a point that you're doing fine. So when football ends, then you will transition over. And those are two sports that, I mean, wrestling can help a football player tremendously.
Oh, I would
For
think
balance,
so.
coordination, there's just so much that doing the two. I know me being from Oklahoma, when we played football, it was mandatory on your off season you wrestled. I mean, it wasn't an option like it is most other places. It was like, you're going to wrestle. They're going to teach you this. We're going to teach you this. Make you a better athlete.
Yeah.
That's just kind of how it works.
It's like Matt said, football is a contact. It's you're hitting somebody, but after you hit each other, what do you do then? It's the control part. It's you want to be able to move somebody around, and so wrestling can help with that tremendously.
Yeah, you see a lot of like your interior linemen, offensive and defensive, and basically what they're doing is hand fighting.
Exactly.
Yeah, you're trying to create angles and hand fight, stay with your low center of gravity, stay with good balance, and you're trying to get around your opponent. And those angles and the hand fighting. If you wrestle, that is teaching you that skill.
Exactly. Because you're trying to get around them, but the other person's trying to keep you from getting around them.
Yeah, you're moving big bodies.
Yes.
And quite frankly, you're not, unless you're just like an animal, you're not going to just run through that big body.
No.
You got to create angles. You got to knock them off balance. And those are different skills that wrestling will teach you.
Right.
And so, I encourage any football player to wrestle.
I would too.
I encourage anybody to wrestle. I think it's the greatest sport on the planet.
Right. And so parents, if you're listening and your kid plays football, think about getting them into wrestling because they'll be a better football player for it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah.
What are Dover costs? All right, my son plays football, whatever. I want to look at getting him into wrestling and try out the youth wrestling.
Yeah.
Go over costs a little bit.
All right. So like I said, we're a 501c3 organization, and because of that, I'm able to run almost solely off of donations from the community.
Yeah.
So what we do is at the beginning of the year, I put together a sponsorship letter, and a lot of my wrestlers go around and talk to different businesses, and I encourage them to tell them what wrestling has done for them, because for some of these kids, like it's life changing.
Right.
And and so we get donations from different organizations in the community, and as a result, I'm able to keep my program free of charge. If you want to come in and try it out, you don't have to pay anything. I keep a closet full of shoes. There's a good chance I have a pair of shoes that'll fit you.
Okay.
And so I encourage anybody to come out and try it out. And you know what? It's not going to be for everybody. There's going to be some kids that come out and they do not like it, and I would tell the parents, don't force them.
Yeah, that's okay.
If they don't like it, that's fine.
Yeah.
But I would encourage them to try it.
Yeah.
So to come out and be a part of the team and practice and just be with us, you don't pay anything.
Yeah.
If you're going to start competing, then you have to buy a USA Wrestling card. That's I think this last year it was $40, and then registrations for tournaments are usually about $20.
Okay.
$25.
And the uniforms?
Supply them.
Supply them.
Yep.
So
Yep.
it's
Any
just
of the year, as long as you turn them back in, I don't charge you anything for those either.
very good. See.
I try to keep costs as low as possible across the board, because I don't. My rule of thumb is I don't want anybody to not wrestle because they can't afford it.
Yeah.
And if that's ever the case, and a kid wants to wrestle, it's not a problem. We take care of it.
You find a way.
Yeah. We've been blessed enough through the different sponsorships and through different donors, individual donors, that we keep a scholarship fund. And so at the end of the year, we end up writing off some stuff. And that's okay.
Yeah. So how would they contact you to donate? We call you. You got an email.
You can give me a call. On the Flyers Facebook page.
Okay.
All of that comes directly to me. It has my phone number right on it. My email is mdshimmel@gmail.com.
Okay. So if they go to Facebook, is it Mountain Home Flyers Youth Wrestling?
Yeah, if you look up Mountain Home Flyers Youth Wrestling, we'll pop right up. It'll have our logo, and you'll see our team. I think it's a picture from either the King of the Mountain tournament or Terry Davis, because both of those, we won those tournaments this year, so we got a team picture with the trophy after.
We'll pull that up after the break. I'll get in there and we'll show the people that.
But yeah, so we've been able to operate solely off of donations. Our community's awesome.
Yeah, it is.
They really are.
do come together and help out the kids in sports and athletics.
Yeah, and so as a return, we try to get out with the kids and serve in the community. We do the Veterans Picnic every year because that's incredibly important. And so our kids go out, they serve the meals, and and help take care of our veterans in our community. And anything like that. If there's stuff that needs to be done, we're willing to help out.
Very good.
Yeah, I know at the Memorial Day thing, we had Kalen was handing out different water bottles and everything else. Now, he wasn't representing the Flyers, but he was out there and taking care of people.
Right.
And so, wrestling goes beyond just what we do on the mat. We try to make good people, too.
Yeah. That's excellent. With that, we're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with more from Coach Matt Shimmel.
At Letty's Mexican Restaurant, we're here to keep you safe during these difficult times, as well as serve you the best Mexican food in the area. That's why we've installed a convenient pickup window for all your to-go and pickup orders, as well as a covered outdoor seating area. Give us a call at 870-435-2532 to order your next meal. And don't forget, Letty's also provides catering for small parties or big events. Experience the best in Mexican cuisine. Letty's in Gassville. Close to Lake Norfolk and a short journey to Jordan County Line Liquor is your destination for all your refreshment needs. They offer the widest variety of all your wines, beers, and liquors with the cleanest atmosphere and the largest selection in the area. Not sure what to get? Ask Jordan County Line Liquor's friendly and knowledgeable staff for an expert recommendation you can't go wrong with. Also, don't forget about the Smoker's Den for all your smoking and accessory needs. That's Jordan County Line Liquor, close to Lake Norfolk, located on Highway 177 in Jordan, Arkansas.
Hi, it's Bob Zadora of the Z-Team at Century 21 Lemac Realty, 1024 Highway 62 East in Mountain Home. As you know, we are all facing some unusual times. Be calm. Be smart. The business world of real estate will continue. We may have some delays and some changes that are out of our control, but life will go on, and this too will pass. Give thanks for this wonderful country that we live in. Give thanks for the neighbors that we share. If there's anything we can do to give you a hand, give us a call. 870-405-0793. And check out our website, retiredtoarkansas.net.
It's a matter
Welcome back to the morning show. Our guest is Coach Matt Shimmel of the Mountain Home Flyers Youth Wrestling Club.
You almost had it.
Almost had it.
Had it.
We lost your daughter though. She'll be back.
She'll be back. So we've pulled up the Mountain Home Flyers Facebook page, and this picture. What's this picture
that
here?
one's from the King of the Mountain tournament this year. We finished as the first place team in that tournament.
That's the tournament we host right here.
That's our home tournament. So that's a cool one for the kids because they get to wrestle in front of mom and dad and aunts and uncles and grandmas and grandpas that maybe they don't get to wrestle in front of regularly. And so it's always cool to have that tournament here and to do well in that tournament.
Yeah. So if you want to donate to the Mountain Home Flyers, just go to the Mountain Home Arkansas Flyers wrestling team, and then of course just send a message. Let them know that you want to donate and help them out.
They'll take care of you.
They will.
Yeah, if you send a message to it, that'll go directly to me. And I can get you whatever you need for it. So.
Yeah.
And like I said, it's a 501c3, so you can use it as a tax donation or a tax write-off or whatever you want to do for that. So.
Very good. And she's back.
She's back. Good thing about it's starting off the youth wrestling, they break it up by age and then by weight. So you got 6 and under, 8 and under, 10 and under. So every 2 years you've got that stepped transition up a weight class. And every time you make that transition, it's a little tougher. You're getting kids that a little different body build, kids that are developing at the different stages and stuff. So it always changes, and you're always growing, you're always stepping up. And then by the time you finally get to high school side, that's your next step.
Yeah.
Jumping from youth to high school. But you're already used to coming up the ladder from 8U to next year I'm going to be 10U, and then it helps them to realize the steps and stuff that it takes to get there. What's really cool is, of course, we both both seasons run about the same. The Flyers and the high school team, we work a lot of hand in hand. I mean, we have a great relationship, and to me, that's so important for this program. But then once state ends, the high school team pretty much comes to an end. But there are options. There's national options. Like we were talking about the Back Gear Nationals. You got Adidas Nationals. Stuff that the kids can do individually. But what's really, really cool is they have those steps for the youth kids now. So they're used to competing at another level at that point, at a national level. And I don't care if you're a youth kid or a high school kid, you go from competing at Mountain Home tournaments or even Missouri tournaments to a national tournament. That's a major step.
Yeah.
I mean,
changes things.
It does.
You can tell when you walk in the building that it's different.
And to be able to see some of the youth kids get to experience that even before they get to that high school side. And, you know, I know you had, I don't know how many you had go to Adidas.
I think a dozen or so.
And we had a handful of kids. I mean, you're not bringing a whole team. There's only a select that want to compete at that level.
Sure.
But it does give them options, you know, and our big goal, you know, in high school is for the kids to have options. You know, they work so hard to get to the high school level. Our goal is I want them to have options. If they want to continue to move on to college, whatever the case may be, we want to give them those options. We want to get them prepared. And I think some of the national tournaments help a lot with that and getting them set and prepared. Then you've got something that's called freestyle. Now, freestyle is a completely different animal. It's a different style of wrestling. We usually only have a small 3 or 4 kids that ever do freestyle each year. You have to kind of retrain your mind and everything on wrestling. In Arkansas, they do have a state tournament just for freestyle. It's at the end of the season. You're not going as a bomber team, you're going as an individual.
It's just you.
Yep. Yeah. And we still coach. I still coach the freestyle and stuff going through. But then my cord's all messed up. But then there's always, well, not always, but there's a few kids from Arkansas that always get the opportunity to move on from there. And that's one of the things I wanted to talk about here at the end.
Yeah.
There is a tournament. It's a national tournament, the USA National, in Fargo, North Dakota. It is the best of the best. Collegiate-wise, it is the biggest wrestling tournament in the world when you're talking about a collegiate tournament. It is, to me, one of the ultimate goals as a high school wrestler. If you want to compete against the best,
you go there.
That's it.
Yeah.
However, you've got to finish in the state tournament in the top 4 to be able to move on and have that option. It used to be, I think, only 2 or 3, but now they're able to take the top 4. And we do have a couple kids from Mountain Home that are going to be on that team. So they will go down to Little Rock and train with Pat Smith and a number of other coaches that are national coaches. Then they got a trip all the way to Fargo to compete in literally one of the biggest. My son actually had the benefit of competing last year in Fargo, and he was in a 296-man bracket.
That's incredible.
That is, I mean, there's 20-something mats going on. It is, to me, an experience of a lifetime for a kid, for my son and stuff, to have that opportunity to go down and experience it at a different level. You get down there, and it's no longer about mom and dad.
Oh, no.
I'm no longer coaching.
Yeah.
I mean, he doesn't even stay with us. We drop him off. They put him up in dorms. It is an official big thing for him. And I love that these kids have that opportunity. We actually have 2 this year that actually have that opportunity. My son, Austin Callies, and one of our girl wrestlers, Amelia Frownfilter.
Yeah.
Both of them are qualified. Both of them are going. And I couldn't be more excited for them to have that opportunity just to represent us here in Mountain Home.
Right.
But they're representing the whole state in their weight classes. And it's just, it's an amazing feeling to know that, you know, the kids, like I said, have those opportunities. With that said, it is a little costly.
Right.
You know, you got to pay to get in. It's like $1,000, $1,200, I think, to be in the tournament. And then you got to help cover the trip down, the hotels. let me tell you, hotels up there, you got Fargo and nothing else around it. So the hotels become really expensive, hard to get. There's a number of parents that had to stay in the neighboring town 90 miles and travel every day because there wasn't any more hotel rooms, because it's just such a big event for Fargo. That we do look at getting sponsors. People do a lot of fundraisers, try to raise the money, because when you figure it out between hotels, travel, I mean, you can be talking $5,000.
Easy.
For a trip, $5,000 or $6,000 to cover everything. We want to make sure that the parents can go down there. They can afford to go down and watch their kid. You're down there. You're gone for a week. It's 2 days down, 2 days back, probably 3 days up there or so. So you're gone for a week, and we want to make sure that the parents have the opportunities to be there, support the kids. I know that helps a lot with the kids' mindset.
Yeah.
And so that's our goal right now, is to try to raise some money to help support these kids. So if there's anybody out there that would like to help contribute to it, you can give me a call. My number is 870-404-5981, and help them to reach their goals. And part of it is the financing, but part of it, it's important for the kids to know that the community supports them.
Right.
And all these businesses and everything that pitch in some money so that they can go, just gives a pride for that kid to know that, hey, my local community supports me.
Right. And they have time to. It's in
July.
July. So
I mean, we and right now, now we're crunch time. We're needing to raise some money for both of them. And so if you can do anything, and every little bit helps, I will tell you, just give me a call. Again, it's 870-404-5981. Help these kids get a chance to have an opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah.
And I think both of them, they may have a shot next year again, but most of the time, usually your junior year is one of the last years you go up there, because after that, then you're planning for college and everything else. But we just want to see them have that opportunity and have a good experience. So
sure.
If anybody can help, please give us a call or give me a call. I will tell you how you can donate some money, and of course we can give you a write-off and everything for it. So we've got a sheet on it. So if anybody needs to write it off, let us know. We'll get you the form and everything you need for it.
Very good. Can they watch the wrestling tournament? Are they on
Fargo?
Fargo should be on Flow, I think.
Yeah, I think it's on Flow Wrestling. You got to buy a membership on the Flow to be able to watch it.
Okay.
But yes, you can go on and watch it as far as that goes. And I'm sure we'll be posting most of the of our two local kids. So.
Right, because you get to go from coach to dad, so you get to have the camera out. And
this is my proud moment, to be able to sit back, watch my son wrestle, and not be under any pressure to coach, stress, nothing, and just enjoy and watch and be a dad.
Yeah,
it doesn't happen too often nowadays. No. And I know, Matt, you're pretty familiar with Fargo. I mean, you know what goes on up there. And
it's about as high level a high school youth tournament as you're gonna find.
Right.
The winners of Fargo, those are your guys that are going high level D1. They're the who's who.
Right.
And so it's a great opportunity, and it's great that Arkansas is being represented there.
Right.
Because for what it's worth, Arkansas has been a sanctioned sport for 14, 15 years now. Where I'm from in Pennsylvania, you have over 100 years.
Oh, wow.
And so
we're the rookie of the...
and so it's great to kind of be a part of growing the sport. I know we only have a minute or so left, but I know the youth program, our Arkansas Youth Wrestling has a big thing going on now where it's 5 new programs every year, and the existing programs they want to grow by 5% every year to grow the sport in the state. So I'm excited to see where it goes.
Me too. That sounds excellent. Very nice.
It's been exciting on both sides.
Yeah, it's been great to learn about.
And like I said, our big thing now, like I said, is just trying to raise some money for the kids that got to go to Fargo. So if there's anything you can do, even if it's just a little bit, that is fine. Just give me a call. We are grateful for the support.
Right.
And I know the kids will be grateful to know that the community's there to support them.
Right.
Can't wait to see what Austin and Mia can do, man.
Tell me about it.
I know. They've earned it. They've earned that right. They've worked hard this year.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you for joining us,
Thank you.
us, Coach.
Thanks for having me.
Vanessa, thank you for coming on with your dad. And with that, we appreciate you watching. We will see you all tomorrow.